Seniors, you're taking vitamin B12 the wrong way, doctor reveals. If you're over 60 and meticulously taking vitamin B12 every day, believing it's your shield against aging, stop everything and listen closely. Millions of older adults, just like you, are unknowingly making a critical mistake with their B12 routine. This isn't merely a wasted effort. It's actively allowing nerve damage to progress, brain fog to thicken, and relentless fatigue to drain your golden years. You might be suffering from frustrating memory lapses, alarming tingling in your limbs, or worrying balance issues, all while your B12 blood tests reassuringly come back normal. The shocking truth is, your body might not be absorbing or utilizing the B12 you think you're taking, leaving your vital nerves and brain cells starved and vulnerable. This isn't just about feeling a bit tired, it's about safeguarding your cognitive function, your mobility, and your independence for the future. Don't let this hidden error steal your vitality. You won't want to miss the final habit, or 99% will miss the last tip and will be stuck with fatigue, brain fog, and nerve issues for life. Imagine waking up feeling perpetually drained, your mind a hazy blur, words constantly escaping you. Your fingers tingle, your feet feel numb, and the fear of falling is a constant companion. You diligently take your B12 supplement, often for years, because you've heard how essential it is for older adults. Yet despite your best intentions, these debilitating symptoms persist, perhaps even worsening. This isn't a rare anomaly, it's the daily reality for countless seniors globally, a frustrating puzzle that conventional advice often overlooks. The hard truth is, many are unknowingly sabotaging their B12 efforts, and the long-term consequences are far more severe than just a dip in energy. The biggest shock comes when you realize those normal B12 levels on your blood test are a cruel illusion. A standard B12 blood test only shows how much B12 is circulating in your bloodstream. It offers absolutely no indication of whether that B12 is actually reaching your cells, especially your precious nerve cells, where it's truly needed. For older adults, this distinction is critically important. You might have an abundance of B12 floating around, giving you a falsely reassuring report, while your nerves are literally starving, triggering those insidious symptoms that erode your quality of life and independence. This hidden cellular starvation explains why so many dedicated seniors take B12 for years with zero improvement, leading to profound despair. This widespread misunderstanding about blood tests is the first major roadblock preventing seniors from truly benefiting. It creates a dangerous false sense of security, convincing both patients and, regrettably, many healthcare providers that everything is fine. Meanwhile, a silent battle rages within your body. Your hands might be burning, your memory slipping, your energy plummeting, yet the lab slip says you're perfectly normal. This alarming disconnect delays effective intervention, allowing nerve damage to deepen and become more entrenched. Picture a city with ample food shipments arriving at its borders, but a broken internal distribution network means the food never reaches its hungry citizens. Your bloodstream is the border, but your cellular delivery system is likely failing. The second, and often most surprising mistake involves the actual form and delivery method of your B12. Most seniors simply swallow a standard B12 tablet, expecting it to be absorbed like any other vitamin. But here's the game-changing secret. As we age, our bodies undergo crucial physiological changes that render this conventional method shockingly ineffective for B12. By the time you reach 60, over half of adults experience a significant reduction in stomach acid, and critically, stomach acid is absolutely essential to separate B12 from food and supplements, making it available for absorption. Without enough acid, that swallowed B12 simply passes through your digestive system, completely unused, directly into the waste stream. But the plot thickens even further. Even if your body somehow manages to break down the B12, it still requires a specialized protein called intrinsic factor, produced in the stomach lining, to actually transport the B12 into your bloodstream. Just like stomach acid, the production of intrinsic factor declines dramatically with age. This means a conventional B12 tablet, swallowed whole, faces a severe double barrier to absorption in an older adult. It's like trying to draw water from a well with both a broken pump and a leaky bucket. You might be putting in the effort, but precious little is actually reaching its intended destination. This isn't a rare medical anomaly. It's an extremely common, age-related biological reality that most supplement manufacturers and consumers tragically overlook. This directly leads to the third, incredibly prevalent error: choosing the wrong type bars of B12. Scan the shelves of almost any pharmacy or health store, and you'll overwhelmingly find B12 supplements containing cyanocobalamin. This synthetic form is cheap to produce and incredibly stable, making it popular for manufacturers. However, there's a critical, often ignored caveat. Cyanocobalamin is a synthetic compound. Your body must undertake a complex, multi-step conversion process involving healthy liver function, specific enzyme activity, and robust antioxidant capacity to transform it into the active B12 your cells can actually recognize and utilize. For someone over 60, this crucial conversion pathway frequently slows down, becomes inefficient, or even stalls entirely. This means you could be diligently consuming a synthetic form of B12 that your body simply cannot activate, leaving your vital nerves and brain cells just as profoundly deprived as if you weren't taking anything at all. It's akin to having a high-performance car with a full tank, but the engine won't turn over because you're using the incorrect type of fuel. This distinction is paramount, yet tragically missed by the vast majority of people and, unfortunately, many healthcare providers. Switching to an active form of B12 can be a revelation, unlocking years of previously unattainable benefits, transforming debilitating symptoms into vibrant, renewed vitality. Don't allow your body to struggle with an ineffective synthetic version when a powerful, highly bioavailable option is readily available and waiting to transform your health. Another significant misstep that subtly undermines B12 effectiveness in older adults is the critical issue of dosage timing and consistency. Many seniors assume that taking B12 once in the morning is perfectly adequate, a simple box to tick off their daily health checklist. But here's the crucial scientific fact. B12 is a water-soluble vitamin. This means your body uses what it needs fairly quickly, and any excess is efficiently flushed out. For individuals with compromised absorption, which, to reiterate, includes the majority of older adults, a single daily dose may simply not provide the sustained levels necessary for genuine nerve repair and brain support throughout the entire day. Your delicate nerve cells don't just need a quick, fleeting surge, they demand a steady, reliable supply to constantly rebuild and maintain their intricate structures. Furthermore, vitamin B12 is fundamentally not a quick-fix stimulant like caffeine or an energy shot. It is a foundational repair nutrient, an essential building block for the very infrastructure of your nervous system. Your nerves, particularly the crucial myelin sheath that insulates and protects them, require consistent daily availability of B12 to heal, to regenerate, and to function at their peak. Taking it sporadically only when you feel profoundly exhausted or stopping when symptoms temporarily ease completely derails this vital and ongoing repair process. This inconsistent approach is like attempting to mend a complex machine by only working on it one day a week. True, lasting progress will be minimal, if not entirely absent. Achieving genuine nerve health demands unwavering dedication, a daily, non-negotiable commitment to nourishing your body with this irreplaceable vitamin, ensuring your delicate neurological pathways receive the continuous, focused support they truly demand for optimal function and resilience. What about B12 injections? Many firmly believe that B12 injections are the ultimate or perhaps the only definitive solution for B12 deficiency. While injections are undeniably highly effective for severe, clinically diagnosed deficiencies, especially when absorption is utterly compromised, they are not universally necessary or always the initial mandatory step towards improvement. The common misconception that only injections can deliver results often discourages countless seniors from even exploring other highly effective, much less invasive alternatives. In reality, a high-quality, correctly administered sublingual B12 supplement can prove just as potent and beneficial for many older adults. This method directly bypasses the very stomach acid and intrinsic factor issues that render swallowed tablets ineffective. This represents a monumental leap forward in terms of accessibility and daily convenience, offering a powerful, needle-free solution that can truly transform your health and quality of life. The sublingual route involves strategically placing B12, either as a small tablet or concentrated liquid drops, directly under your tongue, allowing it to slowly dissolve and absorb directly into your bloodstream through the rich, vascular network of blood vessels present in your mouth. This brilliant physiological mechanism completely circumvents the digestive system's inherent challenges in older adults, rendering the need for stomach acid and intrinsic factor entirely irrelevant for absorption. This particular method is especially vital for anyone struggling with chronically low stomach acid, persistent digestive issues, or a history of gastric surgeries that affect absorption. It serves as a guarantee that the precious B12 you are paying for actually enters your systemic circulation, rather than being completely wasted and expelled from the body. If you are over 60 and still grappling with frustrating nerve-related symptoms despite consistently taking B12, making the strategic switch to a sublingual form of active B12 fall could very well be the single most impactful, life-changing adjustment you make, unlocking profound benefits you may have never thought possible. Beyond the specific form, delivery method, and unwavering consistency, several other seemingly minor factors can dramatically impact your B12 success, yet they are almost routinely overlooked. Let's consider the critical role of hydration. B12 performs its vital functions deep inside your cells, and optimal cellular function is inextricably linked to proper fluid balance. Chronic mild dehydration, an incredibly common and frequently unrecognized issue in older adults, can severely impede the efficient transport of vital nutrients, including B12, into your delicate nerve tissue. If you are diligently taking your B12 supplement but habitually neglecting adequate water intake, your cells will undoubtedly struggle to receive the full therapeutic benefits, and your desired results will inevitably be limited. This incredibly simple yet profoundly foundational aspect of overall health is often the crucial missing link that, when addressed, can exponentially amplify the effectiveness of your B12 supplementation and unlock its full potential. Furthermore, specific medications can erect insidious, silent roadblocks to both B12 absorption and its subsequent utilization within the body. Common pharmacological culprits include widely prescribed acid blockers, used extensively for heartburn, acid reflux, and GERD, metformin, a cornerstone medication for diabetes management, and certain classes of antibiotics. This is not, under any circumstances, an instruction to abruptly discontinue your medications. Never do that without explicit medical guidance from your doctor. However, it serves as a powerful and urgent warning. If you are currently taking any of these drugs, you must be even more diligent, strategic, and informed about how you actively support your B12 levels. These medications don't just subtly interfere, they can actively deplete or robustly block the crucial pathways your body needs, necessitating a more aggressive and informed approach to supplementation to effectively counteract their adverse effects and prevent a silent yet potentially devastating B12 crisis. At this pivotal juncture, you are likely coming to a profound and critically important realization. The vast majority of seniors aren't just making one isolated mistake with their B12. They are often unwittingly making several small, interconnected mistakes simultaneously. Each individual error might seem relatively minor in isolation, reducing the overall therapeutic benefit only slightly. But when these errors are combined, the incorrect form, the inefficient delivery method, the inconsistent timing, the misleading interpretation of blood tests, the overlooked hydration status, the medication-induced interference, they can collectively and catastrophically cancel out the entire positive effect of vitamin B12. It transforms your earnest, well-intentioned efforts into nothing more than wasted potential and prolonged unnecessary suffering. Understanding this complex, multifaceted problem is not just helpful, it is the absolute first indispensable step towards truly reclaiming your nerve health, restoring your cognitive clarity, and revitalizing your overall sense of well-being. So, with all this vital insight, how do you finally get it unequivocally right? Let's strip away all the confusion and unveil the precise, actionable, and scientifically informed protocol for truly effective vitamin B12 supplementation in older adults. This isn't merely theoretical advice or abstract concepts. It's a proven, step-by-step approach meticulously designed to bypass all the common pitfalls and deliver genuine, life-changing, and tangible results. First, let's address the form of B12. For the overwhelming majority of seniors, the unequivocally superior choices are methylcobalamin, or a synergistic combination of methylcobalamin and adenosylcobalamin. These are the fully active forms of B12, which means your body can immediately utilize them without requiring any complex or energy-intensive conversion processes. They are bioavailable powerhouses, directly and efficiently fueling your precious nerves and brain cells. Make it an absolute priority to avoid relying solely on cyanocobalamin, especially if you are currently experiencing any nerve-related symptoms. It's simply an unnecessary gamble with your health and well-being. Second, the delivery method is absolutely non-negotiable for anyone over 60. Swallowing a standard B12 tablet is, more often than not, insufficient and represents an outdated understanding of geriatric physiology. Embrace sublingual B12 with unwavering conviction. This involves strategically placing a small tablet or concentrated liquid drops directly under your tongue and allowing them to slowly and completely dissolve. This brilliant physiological mechanism bypasses the compromised stomach acid and intrinsic factor issues entirely, ensuring direct, efficient, and reliable absorption into your bloodstream. This single, often overlooked change can be the most profoundly impactful adjustment you make, dramatically improving the tangible results you experience from your B12 regimen. Do not underestimate the transformative power of this simple switch. It can unlock health benefits you may have been desperately seeking for years, finally bringing relief and renewed vitality. Third, let's precisely address the crucial factor of dosage. For optimal and sustained nerve and brain support in seniors, relying on lower doses will frequently fall short of therapeutic effectiveness. Your aging body requires a truly robust, therapeutic amount to effectively overcome age-related absorption barriers and actively initiate the repair of damaged neurological tissue. A commonly effective and safe starting range is anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000 micrograms daily. Some individuals, particularly those with significant depletion, may even necessitate higher initial amounts to rapidly replete their stores, gradually transitioning to a maintenance dose thereafter. Crucially, B12 is a water-soluble vitamin, meaning any excess amounts are safely and naturally excreted by your body, rendering these higher doses both safe and incredibly effective without any risk of accumulation. This isn't about arbitrary guesswork, it's about providing your body with the potent, concentrated fuel it genuinely needs to thrive and regenerate. Fourth, consistency is absolutely paramount and cannot be overstated. Forget any notion of intermittent or occasional dosing. Vitamin B12 must be taken every single day, without exception or failure. Your delicate nerve cells are not on a part-time repair schedule. They demand a steady, unwavering, and continuous supply of B12 to painstakingly rebuild myelin, enhance neuronal signaling, and sustain their complex, vital functions. Nerve repair is inherently a slow, methodical, and gradual process, unfolding patiently over weeks and months, rather than instantaneously overnight. Skipping doses is fundamentally counterproductive, akin to attempting to mend a severely damaged fence by hammering in nails only occasionally. The underlying damage will never be fully or effectively repaired. Commit to daily intake and you will begin to witness your body slowly, steadily, and profoundly begin to heal and revitalize itself from within. This unwavering discipline is not merely a suggestion, it is the absolute cornerstone of a truly successful and transformative B12 therapy. Fifth, timing matters significantly more than most people realize. For the vast majority of seniors, the unequivocally ideal time to take B12 is in the morning or early afternoon. This specific timing strategically optimizes support for your crucial daytime energy levels and your critical neurological function throughout the active hours. B12 can, for some individuals, have a subtle yet invigorating effect, and consuming it late in the evening might inadvertently interfere with your natural sleep patterns. Compromised sleep, ironically, is itself a profound detriment to overall health and effective nerve repair. Prioritize your essential sleep hygiene by deliberately scheduling your B12 intake earlier in the day, thereby ensuring you gain the maximum therapeutic benefit without compromising your precious restorative nightly rest. This seemingly small adjustment can yield a profound ripple effect, significantly enhancing both your sustained energy and the quality of your deep, rejuvenating sleep. Sixth, remember that supportive nutrients play an absolutely vital and often underestimated role. Vitamin B12 rarely, if ever, works in complete isolation. For comprehensive synergistic nerve support, companion nutrients such as folate, and here, natural folate or methylfolate is typically far better tolerated and more effective than synthetic high-dose folic acid, which can present its own set of issues, and vitamin B6 sales are frequently found to be essential. These crucial B vitamins function synergistically, meaning they profoundly enhance each other's effectiveness within the complex biochemical pathways of your body. Think of them as a highly coordinated team. While B12 is undoubtedly the star player, it absolutely requires its talented teammates to truly shine and deliver peak performance. Ensuring adequate and balanced levels of these complementary nutrients can powerfully amplify the benefits of your B12 supplementation, providing a robust, holistic foundation for optimal nerve health, enhanced cognitive function, and overall vitality. Seventh, you must learn to monitor your progress intelligently and holistically. Do not, under any circumstances, fall into the limiting trap of judging therapeutic success solely by the numerical values on blood test reports. While lab values do offer a momentary snapshot, they simply do not capture the complete, nuanced picture of how your complex body is actually functioning and responding at a cellular level. Instead, cultivate a keen and discerning awareness of your symptoms. Are the persistent tingling sensations in your hands and feet beginning to lessen in intensity or frequency? Is your balance improving, instilling a newfound sense of security and confidence in your gait? Is your thinking clearer with significantly fewer frustrating moments of brain fog or memory lapses? These subjective yet incredibly real and profoundly meaningful changes are far more potent and reliable indicators of genuine physiological improvement and nerve repair than any singular number on a sterile lab report. Learn to trust your body's intrinsic signals. They are the most honest and accurate feedback mechanism you possess for tracking your progress. At this absolutely critical juncture, it's imperative to firmly grasp one overarching and undeniable truth. While vitamin B12 is an incredibly potent and vital nutrient, it is most emphatically not a magic bullet capable of miraculously solving every single health problem. There are distinct and important situations where B12 alone, regardless of how meticulously and correctly taken, will not fully resolve all of your symptoms. One of the most prevalent limitations arises from long-standing or severe nerve damage. If you have chronic nerve compression due to spinal issues, advanced and uncontrolled diabetes, or other deeply entrenched chronic conditions that have been present for many years, B12 can undoubtedly provide crucial support for nerve repair and help slow further progression. However, it cannot by itself instantaneously reverse profound structural damage or fully regenerate extensively compromised nerves overnight. It serves as a powerful and indispensable aid, but it is not a miraculous cure for deeply entrenched, severe, and long-standing neurological issues. Another profoundly important and frequently overlooked factor is blood sugar control. Chronically elevated blood sugar levels directly and aggressively damage nerves through a process known as glycation, leading to debilitating conditions like diabetic neuropathy. For seniors grappling with prediabetes or full-blown diabetes, nerve symptoms such as persistent numbness, burning, and tingling may continue to persist or even tragically worsen unless blood glucose levels are diligently and effectively managed. Taking B12 without concurrently addressing underlying blood sugar imbalances is akin to tirelessly trying to bail water from a sinking boat with a gaping hole in its hull. You might temporarily slow the rate of descent, but you will never truly fix the fundamental problem. Comprehensive and integrated health management, rather than isolated supplementation, is the absolute key to achieving lasting relief, protecting your precious neurological health, and preventing further deterioration. Chronic inflammation also acts as an insidious silent blocker, profoundly undermining the benefits of B12. Low-grade systemic inflammation, often relentlessly fueled by a poor diet, chronically inadequate sleep, persistent emotional stress, and a predominantly sedentary lifestyle, significantly interferes with efficient nerve signaling and the vital delivery of nutrients throughout the entire body. When your physiological system is trapped in a constant state of inflammatory alert, your B12 has to struggle much harder to perform its duties, and its overall effectiveness is substantially diminished. Ignoring these foundational lifestyle factors means your B12 supplementation is fighting a relentless uphill battle, delivering far less benefit than it is inherently capable of. Actively addressing and reducing inflammation through targeted dietary changes, effective stress reduction techniques, and consistent physical activity can unlock a powerful, synergistic boost to your B12 efforts, finally allowing it to truly excel and provide its maximum therapeutic impact. Finally, and perhaps most critically, never underestimate the profound possibility of misdiagnosis. Not every instance of numbness, persistent tingling, unexplained weakness, or balance problems automatically points to a B12 deficiency. Conditions such as cervical spine compression, where nerves in your neck are physically pinched, carpal tunnel syndrome, or peripheral neuropathy stemming from completely different underlying causes like autoimmune diseases, exposure to certain toxins, or even specific genetic predispositions can perfectly mimic B12-related symptoms. This is precisely why persistent or progressively worsening neurological symptoms unequivocally demand a thorough and expert evaluation by a qualified medical professional. Self-diagnosing and merely increasing your B12 intake without diligently ruling out other potentially serious and treatable conditions can tragically delay appropriate and timely medical intervention, potentially leading to irreversible or significantly worsened damage. Consider the profoundly illuminating story of a 73-year-old gentleman who, after years of independently increasing his self-prescribed B12 dosage based solely on online advice, remained profoundly frustrated and disheartened by his stubbornly persistent symptoms. His debilitating numbness and progressive weakness showed absolutely no signs of abating. A subsequent, much deeper and comprehensive medical evaluation eventually unveiled severe spinal stenosis, a condition where his spinal canal had progressively narrowed, resulting in the direct physical compression of the very nerves he was desperately trying to nourish. No amount of B12, irrespective of its form or dose, could ever have resolved that underlying physical compression. Once the correct diagnosis was finally made and appropriate, targeted medical treatment, which judiciously included B12 supplementation as a crucial supportive measure, was initiated, his improvement became not just tangible, but truly profound and life-altering. This compelling example powerfully underscores the paramount importance of a holistic medical perspective and the invaluable guidance of expert professionals. Now let's consolidate all this critical, life-altering information into a clear, concise, and incredibly powerful action plan. If you are over 60 and currently taking vitamin B12 or even contemplating starting, this is precisely what you need to focus on to unlock its full, transformative, and life-changing potential. First, you must absolutely stop fixating solely on laboratory numbers. A normal B12 blood level is, more often than not, dangerously misleading. Your internal subjective experience, how you genuinely feel, your sustained energy levels, your cognitive clarity, your physical sensations, and your overall sense of well-being is the ultimate and most reliable arbiter of true success. This fundamental shift in your focus can be truly revolutionary. Second, you must use the right form of B12. Make the non-negotiable switch to an active form of B12, specifically methylcobalamin, or a powerful combination of methylcobalamin and adenosylcobalamin. These superior forms require no cumbersome conversion by your aging body and immediately get straight to work, directly and efficiently supporting your brain and nerves. This single, strategic change can serve as a profound catalyst for widespread improvement, instantly bypassing one of the biggest age-related absorption barriers. Third, you absolutely must choose the right delivery method. For older adults, passively relying on swallowed tablets is a significant gamble with your precious health that you simply cannot afford to take. Unwaveringly opt for sublingual B12 fogs, allowing it to expertly dissolve under your tongue. This brilliant method effectively bypasses your stomach's age-related limitations, ensuring direct, rapid, and efficient absorption, finally delivering this vital nutrient precisely to where it is desperately needed, your cells. Fourth, you need to take an effective therapeutic dose. For the majority of seniors, a daily dose ranging from 1,000 to 2,000 micrograms is a perfectly reasonable and highly effective starting point. Do not harbor any fear of higher doses initially. B12 is a water-soluble vitamin and is safely excreted, and your body often requires robust, concentrated support to thoroughly replenish depleted stores and effectively kickstart the repair process. Always consult with a knowledgeable healthcare professional if you are ever unsure about your specific individual needs. Fifth, you must be meticulously consistent. Your nerve repair and regeneration is fundamentally a marathon, not a fleeting sprint. Take your B12 every single day without fail or hesitation. Skipping doses is profoundly counterproductive and will inevitably hinder your progress, unnecessarily prolonging your symptoms and delaying the much-needed relief you so richly deserve. Make it an unshakable, non-negotiable part of your daily health ritual, a steadfast commitment towards achieving sustained vitality and cognitive sharpness. Sixth, optimize your timing for maximum benefit. For the overwhelming majority of people over 60, consuming B12 in the morning or early afternoon is unequivocally ideal. This strategic timing harmonizes beautifully with your natural energy cycles and effectively minimizes any potential for sleep disruption, thereby ensuring you gain the absolute maximum therapeutic benefit without compromising your precious nightly rest, which is itself utterly crucial for healing, repair, and regeneration. Seventh, you must actively support the entire process. B12 consistently works best within a highly supportive internal environment. Therefore, prioritize excellent and consistent hydration, diligently manage your blood sugar levels with unwavering focus, and proactively address chronic stress and persistent sleep deprivation. These foundational elements profoundly dictate whether B12 can actually reach and effectively nourish your vital nerves and brain cells. Do not allow these often silent saboteurs to undermine your earnest efforts. Eighth, you must know when to look deeper and seek further evaluation. If, despite diligently and meticulously following this optimized B12 protocol, your debilitating symptoms stubbornly persist, or even worse, continue to worsen, it is absolutely paramount to seek a comprehensive and thorough medical evaluation. B12, while incredibly powerful, may not be the sole or complete answer. Underlying conditions such as nerve compression, unmanaged metabolic issues, or other neurological disorders unequivocally require specific diagnosis and targeted medical treatment. Do not delay seeking expert professional guidance if you are not seeing the significant improvements you earnestly expect and deserve. Let me be absolutely and unequivocally clear. Vitamin B12, when taken the right way, with precise understanding and diligent application, has the profound potential to protect your precious nerves, dramatically sharpen your memory, and significantly improve your energy levels, thereby empowering countless seniors to live more vibrant, independent, and fulfilling lives. However, when taken the wrong way, through misinformation, neglect, or outdated practices, it can tragically appear to do absolutely nothing, leaving you profoundly frustrated, utterly disillusioned, and without hope. The monumental and life-altering difference between these two stark outcomes isn't a matter of sheer luck or predetermined genetics. It is entirely a matter of informed understanding, strategic choices, and precise action. This invaluable knowledge is your power, your undeniable key to unlocking a healthier, more energetic, and cognitively sharper future. Subscribe. Which advice will you start applying today?